Good day, everyone. Welcome to Direct Stars. Our topic for today is development of the model of the atom. Our subject is physics. Aim of today's lesson is for you to understand the model of an atom. Objective is for you to know what J.J. Thomson plum-pudding model is, Rutherford alpha particle scattering experiment is, and the Boyle model of the atom. So, developing model of the atom. Firstly, what is atom? And we need to understand what model is. A model is a way of describing something in order to explain the way it behaves. That's what we call model. When we say modeling, that means we want a simple thing, like just little of it. Then we want to know how big that one will be. That's what we call model. Well, how does it start with atom? Now, it starts from a Greek philosopher, which his name is Democritus. He thought that although objects could be cut into smaller pieces, the smaller possible pieces of it is indivisible. So it cannot be cut further. When we make it indivisible, that means we cannot divide it anymore. So the Greek word for indivisible is what we call atomos. And that is where we come with atom, indivisible element. Okay, so therefore, atoms are initially thought to be the tiny spheres that could not be divided before the discovery of electron. Then later, model described the atom to be small solid sphere. Yes, atom is the small solid sphere, but inside the atom, we have another things there. So the first thing comes from J.J. Thomson plum-pudding model. Okay, so at the end of 19th century, physicist Joseph John Thomson discovered the existence of electron from the atom. The atom that we thought is the indivisible one. Then J.J. Thomson discovered electrons from it. So the new evidence meant a better model of the atoms was required. So how does J.J. Thomson discover this? He discovered this using what we call a plum-pudding model. How does it look like? We have it in this way. The atom was thought to consist of negative charged electron, which is the plums, in a positively charged dough or pudding. This way, you can see we have the electron here. Inside the atom, though we believe atom cannot be divided anymore. So J.J. Thomson thought of the atom being a positive charge mass embedded with small negative charge electron, a bit like a plum pudding. So now after that, we go with Rutherford. After J.J. Thomson, Rutherford tried his own using what we call alpha particle scattering experiments. Alpha particle. So in 1909, a group of scientists were investigating this plum pudding model. So from there, physicist Ernest Rutherford was instructing two of his students, Hans Geiger and Ernest Madsen, to carry out the experiment using what we call alpha particle helium-2+ at a gold foil. So from there, though they expect the alpha particles to travel through the gold foil, but things change because the direction of it in small amounts change. Instead, they discover that these alpha particles pass through this foil. Some of the alpha particles change direction while some bounce back. That is what we call scattering experiment. Rutherford scattering experiment. It looks like this. So when alpha particles are fired in a thin gold foil, most of them go straight through, some are deflected, and while some bounce back. So that is how we get to know another particle is inside the atom, which is different from the electron itself. Okay, so from there, Rutherford named what we call a nuclear model. So nuclear model, in a nuclear model, we say that in this nuclear model, it consists of a positive charge and also a negative charge. That's where we come across proton and electron from Rutherford experiments. So there, Rutherford makes it look in this way, that there is an electron orbiting around the nucleus of an atom, but then we still have only the proton in the nucleus though. So atoms have a negative electron amongst a positive dove, while the mass of the atom is concentrated in the nucleus with electron orbiting around it. But after that, then we have another physicist, which is Boyle model of the atom. So what does Boyle model say? In 1913, Danish physicist Niels Bohr came up with an improved model of the atom. He used this nuclear model to create his own model, which later called Boyle model. So here, electron orbits nucleus in different distance. So in this different distance, that's where we come across spin. Fine. The different orbit distance are called energy levels, up to 2 electrons from the start After we have another 8 electron. After of it, we have 8 electron. So from there, Boyle's model electron orbit distinct energy level, which are at different distance from nucleus. So this is where we come across spin number, where we have 2 for the first spin orbiting. Then after we have 8, 8, 16, and so 18, and so on. This is true Boyle model. Now we go to understand that the model of an atom is not just to explain that atom is the most indivisible element, but to understand J.J. Thomson model, Rutherford model, and Boyle model too. And we should understand the nuclear model, which we are using now, that electron orbits around the nucleus of an atom. Yes, but now the nucleus of an atom consists of proton and neutron itself, while proton is the positive charge, electron is the negative charge, while the neutron in the nucleus is the neutral charge. Okay, and that is the nucleus, while proton plus neutron gives the mass number of the elements. Okay, so that will be the end of today's class. Please click on the subscribe button and watch more of this video to have more of physics topics.